Hi, this is Grover with Blue Collar Codes, the quick and dirty, episode 18. Just going to go over some debugging features in VS Code. If you wish to follow along, you can find the episode 18.py file in the GitHub repository, which is linked in the video summary. So PyCharm and VS Code are relatively similar in the features they have, but just in their how they look and their location differs. So when you are going to start debugging in VS Code, one way to obtain the debugging console is to go to this little play symbol and go to the drop-down list here and then just choose Python Debugger. And that'll bring up the actual debugging console. So when you have this ribbon bar of options and buttons available to you, such as step over, step into, step out, you can also gain access to further information by pressing this little sidebar ribbon here, and it opens up the window that houses just all of the variable information, its current value and state, and then you can add or remove additional variables that you wish to watch. So let's say it already caught an exception here, which I knew was going to take place because I planned it as so. But let's say I had a very large program and I had too many variables here. So what I want to do is actually watch a specific variable, and that one is going to be my dict, to see how it's changing over time, to make sure it's changing how I want it to. So you can add it to the watch list. And then here is the call stack, which just shows you, what is currently being run. Like, where is the error taking place? So while it was in the add to dict, that's where the error was taking place. And say you were having multiple function calls and you were having classes call within classes and methods are running within methods and a lot of things are encapsulated, it would have the whole stack. So you could see what depth of nesting or what degree or where exactly the issue is taking place. So for me, it's not too helpful just to have it raise an error. What I would like to see is what specific set of variables caused this error to take place. And so I can have a breakpoint start when it calls this function in general. And you can do that by just clicking this margin over here. And a breakpoint basically says run the code until you hit this line. So I'm going to restart it. And as you can see, my dict has its original initialization values. And then now I'm going to be stepping. Either I can step into the function right now, or I can step over it. So I know that there isn't any issue with this function and these inputs. The problem happens down here. So I'm going to step over. And what that just did is it just calculated and ran this function, but it didn't do it line by line for me to visualize it, which in this case that's what I wanted, since I knew that there wasn't an issue there. And again, here, this is an arbitrary function that I put in here just to skip over, show you what skipping over and stepping into means. So here, I'm going to step over that, and then it'll go this, step over that. I don't really need that to run or watch it run. Step over that, and now I'm going to step into this to see what the values are as it's processing. And then I continue to step into it, and there we go. It raised an exception because the lengths were off. And so now I can go and check visually here. It's like, oh, yep, you have 4 values and you have 3 values. So let's say I actually want to see or walk through some iteration. And so I'm going to actually alter this, save it, and rerun it so that that runs properly. So I'm going to step over, step over, step over. Just continue to step over because there shouldn't be any errors. And now I actually want to step into this one. And now I'm going to go through it step by step. So now it's going to be showcasing or showing us the values at the certain levels. So you can get inline information here or search for that information over here in this window up to the left. And so this is just a brief overview of the features available to you in VS Code. Again, this is Grover. Blue Collar Code's quick and dirty. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time.